Actually, this session, which I am supposed to chair, is the legal right. That is, health rights of transgenders as a legal right. So, whether it is a legal entitlement, that is what we need to understand as law students. So, from morning, I am here as a student. To be honest, I'm sitting as a student. Now, I'm given the position of a chair and all, which I feel, I don't know, I have to read a lot. That's what I felt. So, let us make it interactive. That would be fine. I will be giving only a gist. I made some PPT and all, but I don't know whether it needs to be, because it all started with, as a legal entitlement, it started with that Nalsa judgment, which everybody knows, right? So from there, it started, and that is where even the legislators thought of, okay, we need a legislation for transgenders. So that is how very slowly it has started. And if you can open that PPT, it will be fine. And for one thing, I would like to begin with a statement that it is a legal right. Health rights for transgenders is a legal right and not a charity. Please don't understand it like that. Whenever we have conferences or seminars or any discussions, academic discussions, especially for women or transgenders or any marginalized community, the immediate thought is as if somebody is giving it as a charity. Because I am a person who did a research on reproductive rights of women. When I was reading, we will read no for PhD for so long. That time also I felt that in many places, until some act is coming, it's felt as if the act itself is a charity that the society is doing towards somebody. Actually, it is not a charity. First, let us understand that. Health rights are part of Article 21. Without any other interpretations or without any other provisions, even if there is no act, you all know Article 21 of Indian Constitution, right to life and personal liberty. So, right to life includes right to health, long before Supreme Court has told. So, once it is told that right to life includes right to health, with the primary connotation given to life. Even if you give a simple meaning, what is life? I have to be alive, correct? Simple meaning of life is I have to be alive. So, if I have to be alive, I have to be, I have to be healthy. So, that itself includes everything. There is no need for any connotation or any act or anything, because it says what is right to life. I think you all know, no one shall be denied his right to life and personal liberty. That article starts with the phrase no one. So it applies to everybody, including transgenders. Just plain meaning, even if you are assuming they are humans, yeah, plain meaning. So actually the National Legal Services Authorities versus Union of India, this is the beginning of it. So that is where it started. From this judgment only, please read the judgment, all of you who are sitting here, and actually spread this judgment to many. I don't know how many of them know. That is the biggest drawback. So from that judgment only, the court has specifically stated that it is the responsibility of the state to form or to take care of the health rights of transgenders. So from there only it started. That's the prelude for this. So this health rights, when the Supreme Court said that every institution or anybody, the state, when it says the state has a responsibility to see that all institutions, whether it be medical colleges or any other institution, in a school or in a college, a transgender is along with us, something happened, then there also health matters, right? It is not that health is not, health is important for all. Actually, when I was doing health rights of women, if I say immediately one question will come, why health is not important for men? Yes, it is important, I understand. But there are some special needs for women apart from the usual health. That is why we speak right to health for women. Similarly, there are some specific needs for transgenders, health needs of transgenders. Morning we heard a lot about social aspects, how they are treated, etc. That all I am not there. I am only on right to health, right? Health rights. There are some specific needs. So the thing is, when you speak about, see, from the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, began working on a transgender person's protection of rights bill as a follow-up to that judgment, and it actually a private member in the Rajya Sabha has questioned that we need a private member's bill, and that's how it's coming. And that is from Tamil Nadu. He is an MP from Tamil Nadu, Tiruchi Siva, popularly called. So he only raised that in the Rajya Sabha, and that is how they said, no, we need something. And despite reservations by transgender community as well as the gender variant, all they had so many problems with that bill, but still it was finally passed by the parliament in November 2019, and that is how it has grown. And now we are in 2024. Actually, we are in a time not to speak about the bill. I just told only the prelude, but we have to now speak how we are going to implement this bill and what are the effects of it. Like maybe that's why we have resource persons to speak on it. What are the implications of that bill and whether it is implemented really, are we facing any challenges, etc. So that is how it came up. Now this health, when I use the word health, it is all inclusive. My humble opinion is health always includes mental health, but unfortunately that's the most neglected area in India. I hope they will agree with me. Even women's health, even if you speak about women's mental health, oh, what is that? Even people who live with us, husband or brother or anybody, do they really know what it is? How many of men know what is menopause? How many of our men know what is menopause? What will the woman be undergoing during that time? How many of them know? How many of the sons know that their mother is undergoing that when he is a teenager? He will be a teenager, very smart and young boy, but his mother will be undergoing menopause. But where will she go and tell? Especially in houses where there are all boys. So husband, 2 boys. She will be the only female in that house. Where will she go and tell all this, right? Nobody will understand. So all this comes in that. So health, I feel, should include compulsorily. It already includes, but we don't realize that it includes mental health also. Now coming to the implementation of this judgment, they have to be, the health rights of transgenders have to be taken care of by every institution, we have told. So first of all, we have to realize it is a fundamental right. If any institution does not provide it, they have a right to ask, it is my right, give. The state has a responsibility. But unfortunately, what we call as surgeries, morning many were talking, no, correction surgeries or any surgeries, all are done mostly by, I am using the word mostly by private hospitals. You get a good treatment only in private hospitals. Only if you have money, today you are healthy. We have reached a situation unfortunately like that. We also. Actually, people who think, my husband always tells, so if I say somebody who they are all having lot of money, only 2 days if you stay in a hospital, their money will be enough. That's all money people are having. Don't think they are having lot of money, because private hospitals cost. Where I am coming is, it is a fundamental right you told, but who will bear the cost of this surgeries or the aftercare, pre-care, etc., etc. So that is one point. Legally we have to fight it out. So every state institution, state medical colleges, whether they will be able to provide it in the right way. But morning when I sat for the sessions, I understood even doctors are not taught properly what is it about, right? So they are experimenting with people. We are experimenting with lives of people. They are also human, right? Actually, no need to speak about inclusive. I am wondered why in 2024 also we are talking about inclusive. They are also human beings, right? At least in that status. What is human rights? Simple definition of human rights. I am human, so I have certain rights. That's all. I give a very simple definition. Only because I am human, I have certain rights, and that is human rights. Forget about all your connotations and act and I don't know. I am just telling I have certain rights because I am human. So that applies to transgenders also, right? So the cost. So first thing, it includes mental health also. Second thing, what is the cost? Who will bear with it? And the third thing, in legal terms, consent. Informed consent. So when a transgender person or a gender variant person goes to undergo a treatment or something related to change of gender or whatever it may be, correction surgeries or anything, whether they are properly informed about what is going to happen to them. This informed consent only is considered as real consent. Actually, this informed consent doesn't happen even to a normal person. You go to an operation, you submit yourself to an operation, almost female, if you have undergone cesarean delivery, you would be asked to sign a form, right? That form, it contains so many things. If you had undergone any surgery, they will ask you to sign something that is called consent form. If you really read that form, you won't do that surgery, you will run away. I have read, I usually read whenever I go. Show me, I will read. My husband will tell, don't read, your BP will raise. But still I will, what is written, let us see. It will small surgery, but it will be written till the end. If death also happens, we are not responsible. Oh my God, is it what I am signing, even for a cesarean? But cesarean is now become very common. But think of this transformative surgeries, etc. Are they informed? These are the hormonal injections you are given. These are the hormonal medicines you are given. This will happen, this will trigger your mental health like this. It will happen like this. Physically you will be like this. Afterwards you will be infected like this. Anything are we telling? Only then it is informed consent. So that consent doesn't hold good. Usually when we doctors, what the stand they take, you have written consent, that is why we did everything. Even if it fails, they say you have given consent. But that consent has to be really examined in terms of a legal right. When we say Article 21, right to life. And the standard of care. What is negligence? What is negligence here? Whenever failure happens in any medical treatment, there are cases both ways. Patient will tell it is utter failure of doctors, medical negligence. Doctors will tell this is the maximum we can do, so it is not negligence. So this is the tug of war always going on. Whether doctors should be made criminally liable, still going on. Court said no, then how will they do operation till that extent? What they will do? They will be in stress when they do. So don't make, unless there is a gross negligence, they are not criminally responsible. What is this gross negligence in terms of this, what do you call, corrective surgeries and etc. Because we have lost lives because of some surgeries, right, after. So the better persons, they are here. And next thing which I want to insist upon is all the people, all the stakeholders involved in this process should be informed everything. I don't think that, ma'am, morning doctor was speaking, so she was telling very clearly, the nursing assistants, doctors, right from the starting, who writes whether you are male, female, transgender, that from that point till the end, everybody should be informed in the sense, aware about all this, but they are not. So legal right, it is a legal right. Do any person know who fills a form, male, female, others? That is how we have started now. In Tamil Nadu, it is others. At least we have a column called others for all the applications. But what does this other mean? Even the person who fills doesn't know. The person who is sitting as a clerk or anybody who fills doesn't even know what is he referring to this others. How many of them know? We don't know. But that others itself is after a long struggle, legally, this judgment and forward, and that is how this other came in. I'm not going into all the PPTs because I think we have to complete. I want to hear from the experts and others. And when it comes to other countries, it's not a big issue. But for India, it is a taboo. When in other countries, they don't mind, yes, transgender, what is there, like that. I mean, they take it like anybody. That is what we call as inclusive. Inclusive means treat like everybody, nothing special. No, we don't want any, nobody is asking for any special treatment or anything. I hope they will agree. It is only treat like everybody. But unfortunately, this act itself, there is a provision which says that you have to get an identity card. For that you have to prove that you have done surgery. That provision itself is, it was daunting me yesterday. Throughout the day when I was reading, I just understood, oh, you have to get, for a male or female, are we getting an identity card? We are identifying ourselves as male or female. Are we having an identity card to tell that I am a male or a female? But now we are insisting that the transgenders should hold an identity card, and for that there is a lot of formalities which they have to undergo, that they have done the surgery, where did they do, oh my God, formalities, you know, the bureaucratic setup will tell so many things, right? And transgenders' rights, in one line if we tell, they are human rights. But in this country, unfortunately, women's rights are human rights. To tell that itself, it took some century. So I don't know how far it will take to take along that transgenders also. And there is a need for a strong data legally to fight it out. That is missing. As law students, I think after going from this hall, some of you at least should get an inspiration to find out data for this. Only when you have a strong data, the legal rights will come out well and it can be implemented well. In fact, Article 14, 15, 21, 16, you take any article from 14 to 21 of Indian Constitution, that itself has the protection for transgenders. We don't, no need anything extra. Constitution and all need not be changed. Nobody needs to be worried or like anything. But everywhere we will use he, and that he includes the she itself took 1 century. So it includes transgenders also. We must be able to tell legally. And what in this legal right, they simply tell act, they have to be taken care, etc. But my opinion, what sexuality I should be assigned, that itself is a legal right of mine. Who is assigning to me that? But unfortunately society assigns it. So that itself is under Article 21. I should be able to assign myself, and I must be able to ask the state that I need a correction century. Come on, do. That level we have to grow. With this I stop. I am not going to all my PPT, but I would like to hear from the experts. Thank you.